Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Last day of January. Last day of January. I think January was a complete non-event. It just vanished. I'm starting 2018 tomorrow on the 1st of February. And we'll just do an 11-month year this year. Fantastic. We've had a fantastic January, very exciting, and we've come off of the back of an amazing 2017, which is quite a rare thing to say in the South African context today. I think most people feel like things have only been bad for the last couple of years. Well, at DuePoint, we want to start turning some of that around, and I'm excited to spend some time with you today. DuePoint, to start with, is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We are both a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company, started in 1952, nearly 7 decades old. So this is not a new business. This is a new division of a very old business. You can go and find us on the JSE under Conduit Capital. You can take some time after this and go and look at some of our licenses on the walls and our associations on the wall next to the front door there. And of course, you can find everything you need to know about DuePoint online. We are, of course, an authorized and registered FSP. There's our FSP number over there if you want to go and look us up. Excellent. Now, folks, the team here is very important to you. Why? Because, well, we hope that it's part of the reasons why you trust us here at DuePoint. Right now in South Africa, we have these things that come and go, flying in from offshore, taking our money, and then disappearing. The one thing that you can know about DuePoint is that this is a homegrown South African company, and that you will always be able to find us right here in this office Monday through Saturday. You don't have to Skype us from a Russian prison. You don't have to try and find us, in America or in Australia or anywhere like that. You will always find us Monday through Saturday right here in this building. We've got all the requisite skills: chartered accountants, actuaries, sales specialists, and design guys that you need to assist you in what you're going to do with us here at DuePoint. But we really don't think that that is as important as the fact that we make ourselves completely available to you in the DuePoint process and in the DuePoint system that we're going to be talking about this morning. So, what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, there are two things, but the primary objective of this division, the very reason why we exist as a division of Constantia, is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can utilize to create reliable, recurring, and stable income in their lives. This is something that none of us have at the moment. If you're full-time employed, someone else dictates your income to you. You do not get to walk into the door and say, "Thank you, I love this job. This is how much I'd like to earn." It's not how it started. You know that. They said, this is the job we have, and this is how much you earn in this job. And then from that point forward, they told you how much you were going to earn, how much your increases were going to be, what your bonuses were going to be, and whether you get promoted or not. You have no control over that. None of us do in this environment. And at the same time, we have no control over our expenditure. What are we seeing in our economy every single day, every single week, every single month? Prices are going up. Prices of the things we buy. I always love it when I look at the CPI index. They say inflation has increased by 6% this year. Then I look at what they put in that calculation. Minerals, the things we buy, like gold and silver and diamonds. And that's the stuff we buy, isn't it? No. There's very little of what we buy in there. Bread, clothes, petrol, those things. When you pull out the things like minerals and all these other bits and bobs that none of us actually buy, the inflation rate is closer to 20%. Which is true, because we see it in the shops every single week that we go to shop there. Things get more and more expensive. I've said this story once before. I remember as a kid, years and years ago, going to the Sanlam Center in Randburg, to the Checkers there. And my mother was there with me. She was our monthly shop. It wasn't the weekly, it was the monthly shop. And I remember she had like 2 trolleys full of cleaning agents and food also. And the 2 trolleys came up to 289 Rand. And she nearly fell down at the counter. 289. Can you imagine buying 2 trolley full of things today for 289 Rand? You walk out of Woolworths, you get the little packet, not the big packet anymore. You get the little packet. That's 289 Rand. That is the kind of inflation that we live in, and we have no impact on it. None of us can curb it, change it, or slow it down. So what we want to do at DuePoint is we want to put you back in the controlling seat. We want to give you a tool that you can use, that you can create an income of the size you wish, that is not here today and gone tomorrow, but one that you can rely on, one that will recur, and one that will become something stable in your life. Our hope, of course, with that is that we start eliminating things like debt in your life. You guys have all got it. We've got it. It is the thing that ruins us personally, ruins our personal financial position, and it is arguably the only thing we leave behind to our children at the end of the day. Very few South Africans leave assets behind to their children. We leave behind negative bank balances that they then have to pay off or find some way to eradicate in their lives. We don't want that anymore. We're hoping this tool will pull you out of that. It'll bridge the gap between what you're earning and what you need to survive, and hopefully even take you beyond that with this tool. That's our primary objective at DuePoint. Our secondary objective is to create a different kind of financial services company, one in the 21st century that plugs its customers into our business, into the heart of our business, 24 hours a day, anywhere in the world. We want you plugged in. We want to be able to communicate with you. We want to be able to educate and assist you in this financial services market, which is so difficult to understand, so regulated, and really almost impossible for the average South African to move into. We want to open that up as part of our second objective. With those two together, we created what we call the DuePoint system. That's what we're here about today. The DuePoint system, very simple. It allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you have given one task. It's not selling, advertising, marketing, distributing, advising. I've heard a whole bunch of terms lately, new ones that people have been using. We're not any of those things. You are given one simple task, the task of simply connecting people to DuePoint. As you connect people to us, you create for us new channels of distribution, new areas of the South African market that we can now move into as DuePoint. And we, as DuePoint, can facilitate the purchase of our products through those new connections you've created for us. And when we do that, we create revenue for ourselves, and it's from that revenue that we are able to create that extra recurring income for you. Now, I've said it already. It's not here today, gone tomorrow income. That's not what we're trying to achieve here. There's plenty of those sorts of things out there where you have to run around every month trying to sell something to somebody else, and in the months where you can, you earn, and in the months where you can't earn. There's no recurrence in your income. That's not what we want. At DuePoint, we wanted stable recurring income. And so we built our model off of the back of financial services and lifestyle products. Those are debit order run products, and you can have them your whole life, which means that no matter your current circumstances in any given month, whether you're lying in a hospital or at bed or overloaded at work and have no free time, you know that your income will come in each month as our debit orders are automatically raised. That is the cornerstone, is the foundation piece of our system in order for us to achieve our first objective. We then layer that system with your ability to go beyond yourself. We allow you to leverage others to create teams. We call them channels here. As you create channels of individuals working for you, you now have the ability to work 24 hours a day. Because when you're not working, someone else in your channel is. All growing your channels, growing your income, and giving you far more capacity and potential than you ever would have had by yourself at work. Now, this is not an employment opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, and it's important that you remember that. You guys laugh because I'm singing to the choir here, but out there, we get a lot of this. Out there in the provinces of South Africa, we get people who set up Facebook pages that go, DuePoint is hiring. I'm not hiring anybody. In fact, this morning, as I woke up, I looked at my special report that scans our social media around the country, and there was the one saying, if you need a job, come to me at DuePoint. Folks, this is not a job. You are simply a contractor of ours, and what we do is we put a tool in your hands. It's your tool. You go out, you use it. When you want, how you want. I don't call you up. I don't have staff meetings. I don't pay PAYE on your behalf. It's not a job. It's a tool. And you will use this tool as you wish into the future. You're completely independent of us. And then, folks, there is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. We do not charge you anything to start as a wealth engineer. There's no starter kit you have to buy, no starter manuals. You have to buy no application form fees that you have to pay. There is no premium on the payment of your product. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you are automatically a wealth engineer here. And so today is not a risk decision around your finances. We've seen too many systems in South Africa that take your money. In order to get started, you just have to pay 2,500 Rand, 3,800 Rand. Some of them I've seen new Sunday Times, 34,000 Rand, and you're in. 34,000 Rand? Are you kidding me? Who's got that sort of money? At DuePoint, we don't do that. So you will not be taking a financial risk today with the DuePoint system. All right, and then secondly, folks, it doesn't require any educational qualification. Remember I told you, you're not selling, you're not advising, you're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not agents of ours. These are all words I've seen bandied around. No, you're none of those things. Your task is simply to connect people to us, and therefore everybody can become a wealth engineer at DuePoint. Now, guys, you are building assets through the process of constructing channels. You construct for yourself a recurring income. Recurring income allows you to price your channel. And when you've got a price on your channel, you can sell it. And one day it will be transferred to your children when you pass away. And they will continue to earn off of the income that you created during your lifetime. They can even continue to build it if they so wish at that point in time. These are real assets that we are building here at DuePoint. And we do it through a system of complete convenience. We have taken out all those things that you hate or are most embarrassed about in network marketing. You don't sell to start with. You don't present as the second thing. Only Rob and I present here. You never, through our technology, never ever required to do a presentation, so you don't have to convince people and beg people. None of that. And of course, we don't have any stock, so you don't have to drive around with the stuff in your boot and application forms under your arm and in your briefcases. All of those things we have taken away in our system, leaving you with the one task, the task of simply connecting people to DuePoint. How do you do it? Well, there's 4 ways to connect people to DuePoint. First way, go to our information counter, buy our memory stick, 170 Rand. You plug it into a computer or a smart screen, and there we are giving the presentation to you. 2, you can bring people here to this auditorium. Monday through Saturday, we present. Night times, lunch times, mornings. Go to our website, use our smartphone app, and you'll see the schedule of when we're doing the presentations. Bring them into the room, and we will talk to them. Okay, we can house probably 200 people in this building, so there's plenty space to bring people all week long. And then, folks, the third way, the most important way you connect people to DuePoint, your tool and your friend going forward, is our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you search DuePoint channel on there, and you will find every presentation that we have ever done on that channel. And it means that any time of the day, anywhere you are. Somebody said to me the other day, Brendan, I need to download this presentation onto my laptop because I'm going to Rustenburg. Good news, even Rustenburg has internet. And because they have internet, they have YouTube. And because they have YouTube, you've got DuePoint's channel anywhere in the country, anytime. You click play. Our friends at Microsoft reminding us. Remind me tomorrow. I'll fix that later. All right. Any time of the day, you click play, and there we are giving the presentation for you. All right. That's the freedom that we offer you. And that third connection is your most important. So if you've not used YouTube before, please become proficient with YouTube. Going forward, it's going to be the tool you use the most here at DuePoint. And then the last way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcast, live streamed presentations. Every one of the presentations we do, every day of the week, we broadcast live across the country. So if you're at work, it's lunchtime now. If you're sitting at work, gather your acquaintances around your computer, click play, and we are live in the room with you in living color for you guys to use us and see us every day, Monday through Saturday. Okay, so you don't ever have to return to the head office. I used to have fun last year. We had a lot of people starting to say, unless I bring people to the head office, they don't believe me. And I used to say to them, that's awesome. When people say, unless I see the building, I'm not going to believe it's some kind of scam or scheme. I need to see the building. Then I say to them, do you guys use Google? Yes, everyone says Google. So I said, but you haven't been to Google's head office. How do you know it's not a scam or a scheme? Okay. Do you guys use Facebook? Yes, you use Facebook. Would you recommend Facebook to other people? Yes, I would recommend. But you've not been to their head office. Why are you using them? It could be a scam or a scheme. Why are you using them? In fact, I think they are a scheme or a scam. Okay? So that is a very archaic question and state of mind. In this 21st century, you do not need to see the bricks and the building to know that we're a real business. This is a 7-decade-old insurance company. They can find us anywhere they like, not necessarily just the bricks that are here. All right, folks. So as you connect people to us through one of those 4 mediums, some of them are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here at DuePoint and are going to want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. They go out, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to connect people to us. Some will become wealth engineers. Again, we will allocate them to you. And this process will repeat itself over and over again as your channel spreads out over time across the province and across multiple provinces and across the country. Now that you have created a new channel of distribution for us, you have penetrated a new section of the market for us as DuePoint. We come along as DuePoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel, and your income is born. Very important to note. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You will not get rich here overnight. And this, for many people, is quite disappointing. Most South Africans are desperate at the moment, and so they desperately want to get income at a high level as quickly as they can. Folks, there is no such way of doing that in the world. When you want to create lifetime recurring wealth, the one thing you are going to pay with is time. Anybody who started a new business would know this. Anybody who's been successful in their careers would know they weren't successful overnight. It took years, decades to get there. And in the same way at DuePoint, because we're not a scheme or a scam or any of these, we're genuine income. It means it takes time. That's the price you're going to pay here. Time to change your future with us. And how do we do it? Well, we do it in two ways. The first way is we pay you through our returns program, R27.50, every time somebody in your channel makes a product payment every month that they do, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment was made. So for instance, you go out, you chat to a few people, some of those folk become wealth engineers, they take a product, they pay for their product, you are going to get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, that's 55 Rand. 55 Rand every month for every product payment that's made. These folk go out, they chat to a few more people. Some become wealth engineers, pay for their products, and again, you're going to get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand again. You've been here in this example for a few minutes. There's only a handful of people on the screen in your channel. There's only a handful of people. And you're already earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. Now, as I said, you're not rich overnight, no. But you can start to feel the income from DuePoint almost immediately, and it is a recurring income that you receive. So it's not once off, it happens every month that these products are paid for. Now, if you can put a little bit more time and effort in, your channel continues to grow and you will continue to earn, but on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But from the 8th point onwards, you have no limit to your potential. You will always earn 4% of R27.50 as long as you qualify to earn on that point. That means that you could build a channel of 25 points, 50 points, 80 points, 100 points. It just depends on how much time and energy you put into it. And as long as you qualify to earn, you're going to get 4% of R27.50. Our hope, again, is to create some generational legacy. When you hand your channel over to your children one day when you pass away, they're not limited by any number. They're able to continue building from where you left off. Go to YouTube, watch our training videos, understand how you qualify to earn. It's very simple, but you'll understand once you've watched it how really the sky is the limit for you here at DuePoint. So what does it translate to practically? How much can you earn on a monthly basis? Well, as you know, all of you are going to build at a different rate. Some of you got lots of spare time. Some of you got great networks of people. Some are very charismatic. Some are a little bit shyer. Some will grow quickly. Some will grow slowly. So I can't actually give you an answer. But what we did is we did some maths. We pulled out some averages. And we came up with what we think is a very conservative and realistic growth rate that'll give you nice milestones to work towards. We call it the 3+2 growth formula. And what it says is in your first month with us, you've got to put 3 people on your first point. So you're responsible here. In DuePoint, you'll always find you're responsible for your success. First month, 3 people. That's not a big ask. An entire month to find 3 people, I think it's quite reasonable. And then every month thereafter, you've got to find 2 people. That's it. 1 person every 2 weeks, 24 people a year. It's not a big ask, that. 1 every 2. We think it's reasonable for anyone who's determined to change their future with us. Now, if you can do that, and we apply our maths of lapses and cancellation rates and other people not doing 3+2 in your channel, we believe that after 6 months of your effort here, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. That's 30,000 Rand a year. 30,000 Rand a year that you have now added to your income. You haven't quit your job. That still comes in every month, but around about the 17th, 18th of every month, another 2,500 Rand comes in every month. Already we're starting to feel our finances changes. We've put examples up here and Rob goes into them. What can you do with an extra 2,500 Rand? How does that leverage a different future for you? Are you paying your house off faster? Are you paying your car off faster? Are you paying off your clothing accounts and now your Pick and Pay grocery account? And, what are you doing with that 2,500? It's more capability that you now have. Now, if you can do another 6 months with us, if you can do a full year with us, we reckon you'll be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year that you've now added to a household income. For anybody, no matter how much they're earning, whatever position they're in, extra 10 grand makes a difference. You're going to feel it. Extra 10 grand every month changes everything. It really does. But now, how many of you can do 12 months with us? That's a question you're going to have to answer. A lot of people struggle to go the distance. Remember, you're dealing with people here. People are going to let you down. Your parents are going to laugh at you when you talk to them. Your friends are going to laugh at you. How many people can you get through the laughter to get to those who go, hang on a second, I understand what you're saying, I need this, I want it, and build your income for you? How many? A lot of people don't make it much past 90 days, which is very sad. because you could be the one that makes it well past you. But you are going to have to form a new habit, a good habit, one of connecting people to DuePoint with us every month. Can you form that habit? If you can and last a year, you will last 2 years. We've seen it already. You make it through the first year, you're going to make it through the second year. And if you can make it through the second year, it is reasonable to expect to be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand a year. Most people in their entire careers do not earn 27,000 Rand a month. You can do it in the next 2 years. If you persist, if you put thought and energy and determination and time into your channel. Can you make 3 years? You will if you've done 2. And if you're on 3 years, we reckon you'll be on about 45 to 50,000 Rand a month. 4 years, 60 to 65,000 Rand a month. And if you can do 5 years with us, half a decade, we reckon you'll be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. This is not like marketing numbers. I could give you marketing numbers. This is what we thought was conservative and reasonable. 80,000 Rand, it's R1,000,000 a year on 80,000 Rand a month. R1,000,000 a year, and you've done it in 5 years. Now we get different responses. Some people think it's too slow. We got that in the beginning. I'm getting less of it now. But in the beginning, people were saying, no. Facebook tells me 3 months I can have 100,000 Rand. Okay. Can't help you with that. You'll have to go back to Facebook. This is real stuff. This is real stuff. What we're creating here is an income that's going to be with you, hopefully, for the rest of your life, not just as long as that Facebook page is up. All right? We want to create lifetime income here. How many years have you spent in your careers? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20, 40? We've got that spectrum in the room here, I can see. What is an extra 5 right now? Doesn't matter how old you are. If you're young, 5 years, nothing. If you're old, 5 years, you can still do it. And everything about your future changes. Because remember, it doesn't stop there. It keeps going. You can put as many years in as you like. I've just given you the first 5. This is completely up to you. You will decide what you do. How are people doing it on the ground? Well, here's a handful of people that have decided to use the tool. Some doing well, some doing badly. Every month we have a different selection up that we get from around the country. This is Mike and Vilna. They joined us about 2 years ago, and over the course of the 2 years, they've built a channel that's now worth nearly 10,000 Rand a month. So they're not going at 3 plus 2, they're going at 1 plus 1. Okay? There you go. It's slow and steady, though. Slow and steady. They're still on a channel worth 10,000 Rand more than anything you've got right now. Okay? 2 years in, and they got 10 grand a month. Mike runs a full-time brokerage. He doesn't have a lot of time. This is what he does on the side. It's his hobby income. Hobby income of 10 grand a month. Okay, after 2 years. Even if you had spent 2 years here, would it be worth it for 10,000 Rand every single month? I think so. He thinks so. And this year, he says he's going to double that. That's great, you know. These guys, now that he's got a taste for it, now that Mike and Vilna have understood 2 years of building this channel, now the sky is the limit for them. Then we've got Sibongela here. Her team is largely down in Newcastle. Okay, so that means that she doesn't spend a lot of time. In fact, this was her very first visit to our offices when she came here the other day. And she spends a lot of her time down in Newcastle and has built a fantastic channel over the course of a year. Less than a year plus minus. 12,786 Rand a month in a year. I said 9 to 10,000 Rand a month after a year. She's on 12,700. Absolutely amazing and exciting. Then we got Rena and Malcolm. Joined us 2 years ago. 28,000 bucks a month. 2 years. I said after 2 years you should be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. 28,000. There we go. Moving ahead steadily every month. Every month. She's a nurse, works full time. You know what it's like, those nursing shifts? There's not a lot of time left in your day. Not a lot of time left in your day. Hey? And here we go. 2 years down. Can you do this? Are you determined to do it? And life can be very different for you. Now, you can go to our YouTube channel. There's got to be close to 100 testimonies in there. Go and watch all the people that we've had on the stage, some earning a couple grand a month, some people are earning 10,000, 15,000, some people earning 60, 70, 80,000 Rand a month. Go and look and see what people are doing with the DuePoint system after just 2 years of this division being open. All right, that's the first way you earn with the DuePoint system. The second way you earn with the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards training program. Okay? If you're worried you don't know how to do this, it doesn't matter. We actually train you. We take you through a series of steps and programs that allow you to go from beginner to expert in this process, as well as educating you about every aspect of the financial services industry. As you complete these steps, we give you what are called XP points, experience points. These are just a measure of how experienced you are with us. They're not worth any rands and cents, okay? They're just a measure of how experienced you are. And as you become more experienced, naturally, your channel's going to grow. And when you meet the two criteria of channel size and experience, we rank you up. And as we rank you up, we reward you In the beginning, it's just a little bit of cash. You can get it really quickly, a couple of days in, and you can already be getting rewarded in our lower ranks. Then as you get a little bit more serious, a little bit more mature, well, the cash starts to get pretty serious on the way down. And then at about rank 5, we start to equip you with tools. Tools that we know are going to help you in growing your channel. At rank 5, you get an imported Lightning memory stick. It's full of our presentations, downloads, testimonies, tools, all the things you're going to need to connect people to DuePoint. You've now got it in your pocket, in your hand, connects to every single electronic device in South Africa. Then at rank 7, we give you a 12,500 Rand imported set of business cards. Gold gilted, gold printed on imported paper. It takes us 6 weeks to put this together and to get it to you, custom made for you. When you hand these cards out, people want to know what you're doing at DuePoint. It is a fantastic tool for connecting people to DuePoint. Look at those. They look like gold ingots. Absolutely incredible. You can see a set in our cabinet out there. And then at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size. Now this is the big one. When I say this is the big one, this is the first big one. We count this as the first big one. There's 28 ranks in our program, okay? And this is rank 9, okay? 9 of 28. So this is the first big one. People get excited about this one. I don't want you to get excited about it. I don't, because you're rank 0 right now. There's a long way to rank 9. Can you make it through 3 months? 3 plus 2. 3 people in month 1, 2 people every other month. Consistently, persistently, will take you 18 months to get here. Do you see how this is different from Facebook that says you're going to have this in 3 months? Now, this is where I say to people, do not start with DuePoint and give up 90 days after 90 days because you feel like you're not on track. After 90 days, you're not going to feel like you're on track. You've been learning. People have been laughing at you. You don't understand the system. You can't yet phrase and put together your starting sentence when you try and connect people to DuePoint. You've got to push through. You've got to push through and push through. Because if you do, and if you do achieve rank 9, and you're able to maintain your channel size with us every year for the rest of your life, we're going to take you and your family away on a week's holiday, 5-star, business class, all expenses paid. No, you have to pay for the airport transfer or the airport taxes or the, we've heard all of it before. Or congratulations, you've qualified, you just got to buy the air ticket. No, none of that. All expenses paid. We pick you up in your house and we lay you down on the sunbed, or you stay for the next week, and then we pick you back up and we lay you back in your house. That's it. There is nothing in between that you need to do. If you're able to do that every year, we take you away. This year, we're going in December. You've got time. It's January, last day, but you've got time. You can join us. 3 plus 2 says 18 months, but you can build at any rate you like. Our record, 5 months. One person, 5 months. That chap there. 5 months to rank 9, okay? So you can do it quite comfortably by December, and you can join us on this trip.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand on at the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Looks like it should be okay. Hey, are you coming with us? Will you be with us? We go every year. We don't go just once. And the wonderful thing about DuePoint, no deadlines, no timelines. So if you don't make it this year, it's not the end of the world. We had people giving up in October last year. Oh, I give up. I'm not going to make it. And I said, why? Are you not coming with us next year? Whatever you do this year is your starting position in January next year. Whatever you do, you don't want to chuck 3 months away, October, November, December. That's 3 months you could have built towards your Rank 9 trip in 2019. Whatever you finish on, you start with the next year. You will. We say there's 2 guarantees. One guarantee, if you persist and put time in, you will go rank 9. Second guarantee, if you quit, you won't go rank 9. Those are the only 2 guarantees we give you because it's an accumulating system. Will you be with us this year? You've got every chance of being there. If you don't, doesn't matter. You'll come with us next year. All right. Now, before I continue, a couple of wealth engineers, you guys are parked on the street, on the sides of the roads. You're not allowed to. It's illegal and a security risk for your cars. Can I get you to get up quickly while you can leave your guests in my safe hands and drive up to the sports club? And the sports club is secure parking. Okay, your car won't get stolen there while it might be stolen outside. And of course, it just reduces the security risk for all of us. So yeah, leave your guests behind. You can stick around with me. All right, good. Okay. Take it up to the sports club, please. Park in there. You'll see we've got secure parking for you. And wealth engineers, if you do come and use our offices, please remember, do not park on the street. Park up at the sports club. Plenty of parking there for us. All right. Now, at rank 11, what we do is we give you your own car. It's not branded. It is not rented to you. You don't finance it through us, and we don't give it to you and then take it away for bad behavior. You get it, and even if you badly behave, you can keep it. All right? It's your car. And our hope is that you will build your freedom with us, with this car. Then, every month, as part of our training program, we run what are called wealth quests. Wealth quests are designed to help you build good foundations, solid steps in the training as you build your channels with us. Every month, those who qualify get a different reward. Some months it's iPhones, iPads, TVs, smart TVs, cash, data, Wi-Fi routers, all the tools you're going to need in building your channel here with us at DuePoint. This month's one, which is kind of finished now because it's lunchtime January, you won't really be able to do it, but next month's will be tomorrow morning. You'll get to find out. Midnight tonight, I think the mailer will go out. This month's one was if you could put 20 people on your first point. Now remember, we said 3 plus 2. Go out and put 3 people in. That's a bit of a joke. Our top guys can put 70 people in a month, okay? And so we said this month, put 20 in on your first point and get them all paid by the end of this month. And your reward for January was an extra 10,000 Rand on your returns and rewards. We made it cash. Why? Because you guys all broke after Christmas. We knew this. So we knew you needed some fuel to get going. Now, never mind January's Wealth Quest. Tomorrow the new Wealth Quest comes out. It's a pretty exciting one. I think you guys are going to love it. So keep your eyes on your emails. Make sure you check your email tonight. And it'll also be on your smartphone apps tomorrow morning, what we're doing for February. Great. So people ask me the question, where do we get the money to fund all of this? Well, let's understand the model. In the traditional banking and insurance area, industry in South Africa, we spend hundreds of millions advertising to you, TV, billboards, everywhere. Okay. Now what we do to pay for that is we build it into the price of our products, and it means your banking fees, your funeral cover payment, your car insurance payment that you make every month, 30 to 50% of it is next month's marketing cost. We've built the marketing cost into the payment that you make each month. Now, we've done exactly the same thing at DuePoint, except for one key difference. We do 0 advertising. 0. That's why you've never heard of us before today. We instead use you. You connect us to people in South Africa. It's a far more powerful medium. And it means that all of that money that I would have spent on SABC and DSTV and Prime Media and all of that is now all available for me to spend into you and your channel. That's simply how the mathematics works. Now, through this process, of course, you build channels of distribution for us. We come along now and we distribute our products into those channels. We do 3 products here at DuePoint. The first is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan was up until today 299 Rand. From tomorrow it's 324 Rand with our annual increase. So it'll be 324 Rand for all of you today as well. For 324 Rand, what do you get? You get, firstly, 2 independent products. The first one is a tax-free investment account. The tax-free investment account is a no-notice, no-restriction period investment account, which means whatever money you put into that account, you can draw out at any time without penalty or delay. We take 100 Rand of your 324 Rand and we put it into your investment account every month. and you can draw it at any time. So in fact, we believe that Access Wealth actually only costs you 224 Rand a month. And for that 224 Rand, you get 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover and access to our entire DuePoint system and Wealth Engineer system here. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. As of tomorrow, which is going to affect you guys too, it costs 299 Rand a month. For 299 Rand a month, you get 1.2 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. This means that if you pass away in an accident, your beneficiaries are going to walk away with 1.2 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. Now, folks, very importantly, if you remember when I went back to the beginning of this presentation, I said our primary objective is the creation of income in the hands of South Africans. As a result, we do not cover accident, we do not cover death via illness or natural causes with our personal accident cover. Because if we do that, we now have to underwrite, risk assess every individual you bring to us. What are their pre-existing conditions? What circumstances do they live under? How old are they? What job do they do? And for half of South Africa, they get priced right out of the market and they can't become part of your channel. Now, at DuePoint, because we do not cover natural causes and illness, you can now bring anybody of any circumstance with any pre-existing condition, and they can be a part of DuePoint for 299 Rand a month. Our third product, ladies and gentlemen, is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. For 299 Rand as of tomorrow, you get to be a member of our Buyers Club and enjoy the leverage we have as a 66-year-old insurance company. When we go out to suppliers, and we do it all the time, we're able to negotiate prices and discounts and packages and specific account managers, etc., with individuals and companies that you could not get as an individual. And we get it, and as a member of our Buyers Club, you get access to all of those. We've got retail companies, motor manufacturers in there, data suppliers, entertainment, all sorts of suppliers in here that you now have access to as a member of our Wealth Points Buyers Club. We love that product. We think it's awesome. It's our non-insurance, non-financial product. So, folks, that is DuePoint, top to bottom. Today is a decision that you will have to make about whether you want to start converting your free time into money, because that's really what we do here. We take free time, we convert it into money. People are very precious about their free time. People say, I don't have a lot of free time, I'm not giving it up. Okay, I'm going to watch my TV shows. I'm going to meet with my friends. I understand that. But would you be able to sacrifice some of it if you knew you could use this tool in that time to create an income for yourself that hopefully will be with you for your entire life? That's what we're hoping to do with this. And if you want to join us, it's very simple. Go to our website, DuePoint.net, click the apply button, fill out the form, and you're a wealth engineer. No money having passed from your hands. Not a financial risk decision today. Okay? Then go read our code of conduct and get to know how this business works by watching our training. If you're serious about the business, get the tools. Go to our information counter, get the USB stick with our presentation on it. 170 Rand, you've now got us in your pocket anytime you want. Get the backup batteries for your phones so that your phones don't die when people are trying to fill out their application forms. Nothing like killing your business by having a phone that doesn't have a working battery. Make sure you've got the battery. Makes a good conversation piece too. You just put it on the table. People go, oh, that's an interesting battery. DuePoint, what's DuePoint? No, you're in. That's your way into the conversation. Then get custom-made business cards, ladies and gentlemen. For you, 645 Rand, you get 500 cards. This set is actually worth 5,000 Rand. If you try to print it yourself, it'll cost you 5,000. That's the quality of the paper and the printing. But because we're able to get it on bulk, we get the price right down to 645 Rand for you, and you get 500 custom-made personal business cards for you. Order them at our counter. The order form is on your phone app, and send it through to info@DuePoint.net if you're not in Joburg, and we'll get the cards made for you. All sorts of other tools as well. Rob always says, if the person's not wearing that pin, then they are part of the Naught Plus Naught Club. Don't talk to them about DuePoint. Find all the people with a pin on there, and then you know who's making money here. They're the people you want to talk to. All right, now, folks, we want you to download our app. It's free. Use our free Wi-Fi. Put it on your phones. It connects you right into your channel in real time. It's got your tools and your training on it. And you need to watch the training, guys. You need to. Do not be afraid of the videos. Spend a little money, get a bit of data, and find out how you can change your future forever by simply watching our training videos. Please do that. Your personal documentation is also on the app. We also want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free, and it'll plug you into your #1 form of connection with us here at DuePoint. And then on your phone apps, top left-hand corner where you see your name, click your name. When you click your name, your profile will come up. click on the little picture button at the top there, take a head and neck picture of yourself, profile pic of yourself, and you'll immediately get 1,000 XP towards your training program. Now, if you remember the table, to go rank 1, you need 1,000 XP and 4 people. You've now ticked off the 1,000 XP. You can walk out of this door knowing that you just need to find 4 people, and you're ready to rank 1, moving through the training program. Make sure you take that picture wherever you are today before you leave the presentation. Folks, a couple of don'ts. You know all the do's. I wanted to teach you now quickly about the don'ts. Folks, do not become a wealth engineer if you can't afford to. There are costs involved in this. You're going to be using data. Everything is online at DuePoint. You're going to be moving around, connecting people, transport costs. If this is going to make your financial position even worse than it currently is, then don't become a wealth engineer. Don't become a wealth engineer if you don't have access to the internet or don't have a smartphone or don't understand how to use a computer. This business doesn't have paper application forms or brochures or gazebos or any of these things. Folks, this is a fully online business, fully online. And so, if you don't have access to the internet, don't become a wealth engineer. And then lastly, folks, don't become a wealth engineer if you struggle with transport. You've got to connect people. If you can't move, if you're reliant on other people the whole time, don't have access to public transport or your own car, it's going to be very difficult to build this business. Now, you might be happy you've got all of those. That's great, but you can use these as 3 good filters when trying to put people into your channel. Don't run to your granny who can't drive, has never seen a computer in her life, and is already on the bread line. Don't go and put her in as a wealth engineer. It'll cost her money, she won't understand it, and it won't do anything for your channel. Use these as natural filters in selecting the right people to put into your channels. And then, folks, if you become a wealth engineer, the number one thing I don't want you doing is filling out the application form on behalf of someone else. This is a contract with us at DuePoint. If you fill it out on behalf of someone else, it's a criminal offense. You can, in fact, go to jail. We don't want that. In the application form, you're going to tick off terms and conditions that you agree to, and you're going to give me permission to debit your bank account. You cannot sign that on behalf of somebody else. Everyone must fill out their own application form. Don't put any direct family members into your house, into your channel. Husbands and wives work under one W number, one channel, and if your kids and aunts and uncles and grannies and that live in the same house as you, they can't be in your channel. If they live outside your house, then they can be. Talk to a lead wealth engineer or a client information team, and they will assist you further with that rule. And then, folks, I have freed you from the responsibility of advertising and marketing. You do not ever talk about our products or market our products. We've contracted you out of that. Your task is to connect people to DuePoint, not to our products. That's my job, okay? That means that no DuePoint Facebook pages to be opened after this presentation, please. Don't run home and go, DuePoint Gauteng, DuePoint Joburg, DuePoint Wealth Engineers, DuePoint Health Desk. You are not DuePoint. You are not. You are a wealth engineer with a tool. You are yourself. Don't start any web pages. Don't put any adverts up about our products or our system anywhere. Use your personal Facebook pages and your personal social media to engage with people about the opportunity to earn income with DuePoint. That's fine. Just don't talk about our products and don't advertise us anywhere. You don't need to. You're free from that. And then, folks, make sure you take responsibility for everybody you put in your channels. Don't expect other people to look after your people. If they're in your channel, they're your responsibility. Be with them the whole way through the process. So, folks, 10th of February, our 2nd birthday. Very exciting. Everybody who's rank 4 and above at the end of January is invited to and can purchase a ticket to our conference. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. 3-course meal, drinks included, one of the best venues in Sandton, right at the top of one of the skyscrapers. It's going to be an amazing evening of recognition and growth for DuePoint. Rank 4s and above, if you're going to be there, make sure that your tickets are purchased by Friday. Close of ticket sales is Friday. I don't know if there are really many left. I don't even know if there are any left. But if you've booked a ticket and haven't paid for it, you have to be paid by Friday. So please make sure that that is all done from around the country. Cutoff is Friday. So we don't want anyone to be disappointed. It's going to be an incredible, incredible evening. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see we're pretty serious about what we're doing here. Take a look at the capital that's been put into this building, into these systems, into the people that are here. We are determined to be part of the solution here in South Africa. We're determined. We will, with DuePoint, change lives, and we want to impact the country that we live in. If you want to join us in this and you've got questions and concerns, come and ask them. Ask the person who brought you. Come and ask my staff. Send questions to info@duepoint.net. Get them answered, because we want you to walk out of here with this tool. And we want you to start levering a different kind of future for yourself, one that you're back in control with, one that is yours to determine. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live today.